It's not about next season anymore, it's about now. Real Madrid are accelerating negotiations to bring Ibrahim Konaté to the Santiago Bernabeu as soon as possible. Reports from both England and Spain confirm the Spanish giants have officially entered the race. Talks are gaining momentum, and the French defender is no longer keeping quiet. Konate has made it clear he won't be extending his contract with Liverpool, despite the club's desperate attempts to keep him with a new offer on the table. Meanwhile, in the aftermath of a humbling 4-0 loss to PSG at the MetLife Stadium, Real Madrid's vulnerabilities were laid bare for the world to see. Antonio Rudiger struggled badly in one-on-one duels, while Raul Asensio was twisted and turned too easily. When asked about the path forward, Xabi Alonso didn't mince words. "We know exactly where we need to improve. It's time to bring in new blood for our defense. The chessboard is set, the pieces are moving, and if Liverpool continue hesitating, they might lose yet another cornerstone with nothing in return. And the worst part? They know it, but still haven't found a way out of the trap." Once known for their impenetrable defense, Real Madrid now find themselves with a fragile backline, exposed at the highest level. That crushing defeat against PSG wasn't a fluke. It was the result of a long-standing structural decay. Across 90 painful minutes in New Jersey, Madrid's defense was torn apart with alarming ease. Rudiger, tasked with leading the backline, was consistently out of position. Asensio, tipped as a promising rotational piece, looked out of his depth when pressed at pace. Even Thibaut Courtois had to perform heroics just to keep the scoreline from becoming a full-blown disaster. If Real Madrid are serious about competing for titles next season, this can't go on. That's why all signs point toward one name, one solution who ticks every box: Ibrahim Konaté. The Liverpool centre-back has never hidden his desire to one day play in Spain. He has the physique, the speed, the passion, and the dual dominance that Alonso craves in his ideal defensive rebuild. Yes, Real Madrid have already signed Dean Huijsen from Bournemouth, a long-term project with bags of potential, but he's only 20. He can't be expected to anchor a defensive line on his own in high-stakes matches. David Alaba is still recovering from injury, and Eder Militão has only just returned after nearly a year out. Relying on incomplete or unfit players is a risk too great, even for a club of Madrid's stature. If Konate comes, he immediately fills a gaping hole in the center of defense. More than that, he allows Militão to return gradually, without being thrown straight back into the fire. In Alonso's three-at-the-back system, Konate could slot in on the right, Huijsen on the left, with Carvajal or Alvaro Carreras dropping in as needed. The blueprint is there. All Madrid need is one elite signing to make it real. And right now, there's no more obvious candidate than Ibrahim Konaté. Everything points to this being the moment. No more waiting, no more hedging bets on players bouncing back. Konate isn't playing the game of loyalty or diplomacy. He's not dropping hints to pacify fans, nor is he maintaining a PR-friendly relationship with Liverpool's board. He's made his stance clear. He wants to join Real Madrid. His words earlier this year said it all. Responding to rumors about wage demands or contract delays, Konate was blunt. "Everything you see on social media is wrong. I haven't asked for anything. They sent an offer," I responded, "that's all. All the talk about me stalling or making demands, it's made up. Journalists probably know more than I do." Beneath that calm exterior was a loud message. Konate isn't waiting around. He's already mentally moved on. Silence doesn't mean indecision. It means clarity. Real Madrid, for their part, have responded in kind. According to Spanish outlets like Diario AS and Cadena SER, Konate is now the club's top defensive target. He's even given the green light for a summer move if Liverpool agree on the fee. And for Konate, this timing is perfect. He's already played in the Bundesliga with Leipzig, conquered the Premier League with Liverpool, featured in the Champions League, and lifted trophies with France at youth level. At 26, he's entering the prime of his career, and there's no challenge more thrilling than Real Madrid. Not just a club, but a kingdom. And with the team undergoing a generational transition, Konate has a real shot at inheriting the mantle from Rudiger and Alaba. Xabi Alonso's system is another reason why this deal makes so much sense. In a three-at-the-back setup that presses high and demands compact structure, Konaté's speed, athleticism, and ability to pass out from the back make him the ideal fit. His aerial prowess and aggressive recovery pressing are exactly what's needed in high-intensity matchups. The readiness on both sides has left Liverpool in a vulnerable position. Their only move now is to find the least painful exit. Holding on to a player who no longer wants to be there only breeds locker room unrest. But letting him go leaves a hole they're unprepared to fill. When Florentino Perez targets a player, everyone pays attention. But he won't overpay. Real Madrid know they're Konaté's dream destination. They know he won't renew his contract. And they know Liverpool's situation, thin on options, exposed in defense, puts them on the back foot. This is how Real Madrid work. They exploit weakness, not with desperation, but with calculation. Transfermarkt may value Konate at 60 million euros, but Madrid are reportedly offering between 20 to 25 million euros, citing the fact that his contract expires next summer. From January 2026, he'll be free to sign with any club, without Liverpool's consent. That looming deadline is leverage. And if Liverpool hold firm, they could lose him for nothing. While English media raise alarms about Liverpool's thinning defense, Real Madrid remain composed. Huijsen is through the door. Trent Alexander-Arnold is still there. Alvaro Carreras is on board. The only piece missing? A stabilizing force to raise the entire defensive standard. And Konate is Alonso's hand-picked man. President Perez isn't hiding his intentions. He wants Konate this summer, but he's willing to wait a year to get him for free. This deal is about more than just football. It's about power, identity, prestige. Real Madrid never negotiate out of fear. They deal from a position of strength. And this time, everything is leaning their way. Liverpool, on the other hand, are scrambling. After losing Jarell Quansah to Leverkusen, only Van Dijk and Joe Gomez remain with experience. And even that is shaky. Van Dijk is 34. Gomez has never been reliable fitness-wise. Arne Slot knows he can't face a new season with just those two. Crystal Palace are demanding £40 million for Marc Guehi, and Giovanni Leone, while promising lacks the top-flight experience for such a massive role. Liverpool are boxed in, limited by budget, by timing, and by the pressure of replacing an aging core. Real Madrid? They're calm, they're patient. With each passing day, Konate's value to Liverpool diminishes, while his desire to don the famous white kit only grows stronger. Real Madrid don't need to rush. They know he's coming. The only question is when Liverpool will finally let go. And when that moment comes, Florentino Perez will simply step forward, sign the deal, and walk away. No drama, no words, just Real Madrid doing what they do best.